Hey yo, this is Cardinal on live. Here's Jack. He's a good old boy, and he's got to go now. I put him on there for you. That's the Cardinal Lawn Maintenance. We're on here a little early this afternoon, but according to the YouTube live channel here, um, as of right now, I gotta talk about a few things here. Okay, as of right now, I'm putting this on mute. Don't need it to go crazy. Okay. So I see my uncle's been on here a little bit beforehand, with a couple of good likes. We already got some likes in here, only one. We'll see how far we get into this YouTube video. I had, I'm on here a little early because it's better than early than to be, late. So I said 7:30, but there's things that I wanted to act about and pretty much do. But that's besides the point as of right now. We had some everything wet. I could open the blind later and show you that everything's been wet. Everything got watered. Grass is going to be greener. Everything will be growing and hopefully blooming. As of right now, we got some pollen. But I was going to build a tree house, but we didn't get to do that because of the rain. So we're going to try to do for next weekend partially. Today I got some mowing and weed eating and blowing to do and cleaning out some more bedrooms. But here's the thing: we're getting there with the room. The partial room is almost done and finished. But that's besides the point as of right now. I know I said 7:30, so hopefully people will be on. But it's going to be slowing down. Hello, Rolel. It's going to be slow in the first part of this, but within with the video or whatever, when people start tuning in and stuff, is really going to start helping out a lot. But that's besides the point as of right now. But with the tuning in and stuff like that, YouTube is something that I do, but occasionally it's only for the time being, which what I mean by that is I do it for a hobby, and I do landscaping and stuff for work. But as of right now, where I'm trying to come from is where the corn comes. Just kidding. But during stuff starts really taking off, it's gonna be brutally hot. So that's when you want to start. And like I said, I've been over this before. I put water in a 2-liter bottle, and then I take a work cup with me and fill it up with water. And then I fill this up with. I don't fill it up just with water. I put some ice in it and put it in my cup holder of the bike, and carry it with me as needed. Mostly, you want to be wearing the sunscreen that I personally use myself is right here, the blue can. People should use it if needed. They can use it. I use it during the summer. I haven't been using it right now, just because it's been brutally hot. We've just been getting nothing but rain. And I'm not gonna be using this and then wasting the can when we're just getting rain and it's not that sunny. So not going to waste the can, but whenever summer hits, you're going to want to use some sunscreen. Stock up on it as much as you can and stuff like that. Now, like I said, the main channel is Cardinal Lawn Maintenance, but as of right now, this is a Cardinal Lawn Life. That's the name of the live and stuff like that, and it's also the name of the business for when I'm out there, mowing and cleaning stuff up. I have the hat and the shirt made, so that'll actually go towards the business as well. The only thing is when the summer hits, it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be hot. You're gonna want to be drinking lots of water and laying off soda, because soda is not. It's full of sugar and it's full of everything that you really don't need within the sunlight and stuff like that. So you're wanting to stay pretty good and healthy when needed. Mainly wear steel-toed boots or whatever comfortable for you. As of right now, starting today, I went back to using my steel-toed boots for work. So, and then occasionally, when needed, I'll wear my boots, my cowboy boots. But as of right now, I'm going back to steel-toed. Just because I feel like those are better quality. Cowboy boots, they were comfortable, still are comfortable, but I'm just using them as when needed. And the toed are going to be needed more than the cowboy boots. So therefore, I'm going back to the steel toed. And plus, I wear steel toed when I'm doing yard work anyway. So, and that's what I was actually used to wearing, and I'm going back. Starting as of today, I went back to them, using them. So, with that being said, so hopefully we don't get rain tomorrow, even though it's saying that we're going to be getting some rain tomorrow. Hoping that it doesn't, do this like it was all day. Like it was nice out this, and then coming in like the late afternoon, it started thundering and raining. So it's like, and I'm okay with it raining during like noon, but during the day when you're trying to do work, like late early morning stuff like that, when it's raining, I don't like that personally. Afternoons when it rains, that's perfectly fine. But the main thing, I can't say this enough. The main thing is being a landscaper, a lawn guy, you don't want to be working out in the rain because metal shafts, thunder and lightning can come down and hit the weed eater and stuff like that. But if it's like where it's really nice and hardly even with no thunder and lightning, it's okay to work in. Just make sure you're wearing a raincoat or whatever as much as needed. As of right now, I do 2 commercials. Okay, I'm doing 2 commercials. Actually, this Thursday, I'm doing a residential Thursday, which is going to be actually my sister's yard, because it's a rental, and then the actual commercial that I do is the church for the Lord. They don't pay me or anything. I just do it for the Lord, just them out, and then and stuff like that. If they feel the need that they if there's ever a time, which I'm not saying, that they feel like they should pay me, that's I'm not going to take it because I do it for. Even though if the Lord wants me to be paid, I'm still not going to do it. I'm not going to get paid or anything because I just want to do it for the Lord. Any type of the day, I want to do it for the Lord. Don't get me wrong, landscaping will always be my career that I do. Because I can't say I quit. I can't say any more of that. I can't. I got to stay within a career and do it. I can't say I'm done. I can't. I got to keep doing what I do, whether or not working with snow or whatever. That's something that we don't get too much of because it doesn't snow in Florida. Now maybe South Florida, they'll get a few snows misting, but like this past winter that we had, South Florida got the snow. We didn't get any of it. I wish we could, but this part of Florida, they don't get it. Besides South Florida, so South Florida will get the most snow and stuff like that. But and there's a lot of places that actually got a lot of snow, which was Indiana, possibly Montana. I think maybe they got some snow. But there could be a few other places that I don't even personally know about. They got snow, but maybe Kentucky, maybe Louisiana, maybe they got some snow. But mainly, I do know that Ohio and Indiana got some snow. So God bless them and make sure that they stay safe with this winter that came. And God bless America. That's all. I can't say that enough. But my uncle Jeff Harris, he works and works and works. He ain't, and he's trying to get a bonus. And God forbid, I hope he gets it and he comes down to Florida. I know he's supposed to be. I know he's got his vacation time, but also if he comes down to Florida, I hope that we can spend some time with them and stuff like that. And maybe hopefully I can get to see his wife. I would love to see her. Spend with, the fam. And that's pretty much what it comes down to: spending time with friends and family, making time for them. In which I'm going to be making a lot of time to hang out with them and stuff like that. And the way that I also eat, I gotta kind of slow myself down. So to where I'm eating one time a day or once a day. That's what I gotta get down to. So, and I'm going to work on it. That's my other goal for this coming up year of being in landscaping or lawn care is, there's going to be some changes. You might not know within the channel, but I could slow down somewhat of the time being. But the time being of being a landscaper or a careerist, you want to do what you got to do and figure out what you want to do for a career. There's some things that could be out there that are, towards the end of the week, you're going to want to be, relaxing in bed. And that's what I feel like when it comes down to the end of the week. Like when Friday hit, I just wanted nothing but my bed. When and stuff like that. And that's pretty much what I did all weekend. Like Saturday, I stayed in my pajamas all day. Didn't even get out of bed. The only time I really got out of bed was to take a shower, and then I crawled right back into bed. And that was the best weekend that I could ever have. And then today, I was actually gonna go build a tree house, but then the weather didn't hold up, so we didn't get to do that. But we're gonna try to plan it for next weekend to go and do something fun. Um, but the main part of this channel is to have a good career, making sure that you're making enough to live off of, and and stuff like that. Now there's some things that you might want to buy, but bills come first. You know what I mean? Bills absolutely come first before you can buy anything else. So always make sure you're paying them bills. I drink this Mountain Dew in a 2-liter bottle, and that's what you mainly see me drinking. But during the summer or during the week, I drink nothing but plain water. But the weekends, I just slack off and drink nothing but soda. But you want to make sure the main thing is that you're making nothing but enough to pay the bills before anything else. I'm talking like groceries, whatever it may be. Okay. And the main thing within lawn care season and stuff, you want to make sure that you're making enough to be able to put gas in your equipment, and stuff like that, and weed eater string. And really, I got a big spool of weed eater string to last me a while to get through these yards. I hadn't even had to buy any new weed eater string ever since I got this big spool. So that gets to be a blessing too. But if you get way more accounts than you can even handle, then you want to get a big spool, and that's the main progress of the channel and stuff. Within the 730 or so and more, likes and subscribers. Actually, not to mention, when I checked last night, we were right at 81 subscribers. So we're doing pretty good. This channel is actually doing a blessing, and it's a blessing to have every single one of you guys watching. I just wish that this channel can go up a little bit more. If there's friends and family out there that don't know about this channel, please give the word of mouth. Let it spread. I can't say that enough, because as much help that we can get for this channel or whatever, you can let them know to get on this channel and give me some likes and subscribes. But we were all right. The last time I checked was last night. We were right at 81 subscribers. And I'm going to tell you, right before I started this channel, my uncle Jeff Harris actually was picking on me. He kept, when I wasn't, right before I could even go live, he was taking himself off, and every time it would drop the subscribers and stuff like that. But now he's gotten better, but all he does now is pick and pick and pick. He never cuts me any slack. But when they pick on you, family members pick on you, they don't do it just because they don't love you or like you. They do it because they want to do it or something like that. I don't know how all that goes, but a big spool of weed eater string is what I run, and that's hold every little thing up. I could actually show you the tool that I cut the weed eater string with. It's right beside my desk. But the spool is right here. It's a little dusty. Sorry for that. But the spool is right there. That's the weed eater string. And like I said, I ain't had to buy any string or anything like that. So it's a blessing to have a weed eater string, and it's a blessing to have the landscaping equipment to do the tools with. But you want to be right at, so-and-so subscribers. We were right at 80. I'm right at 81 subscribers the last time I checked last night. So now I can use way more subscribers and stuff. The tool that I cut the weed eater string with is right here. It's wire cutters. They work the best and stuff like that. So mainly the channel is going to grow, but I need to get way more subscribers than what I have now. And now I'm going to go ahead and tell you that every Friday nights and every Sundays I will be on here. Now I say Friday nights because that's the end of that goes to the end of the week, and Fridays are going to work better because towards the end of the week, work week starts slowing down. And stuff like that. So it slightly slows and stuff like that. Now, going into that, you got 82 subscribers, and we're right at 82 right now. If I could get a little bit more subscribers, that would be a blessing. Share, and I can't say it enough. Like, share, and stuff like that. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can comment down in the live chat. But right at 82. I want as much to where YouTube can actually start paying me. That's what I want. That's what I'm wanting to work towards. And to where I can get a silver play button and hang it up on a wall. That's the main thing of the channel here. I can't really say enough about many people watch. But the landscaping business and stuff is way better than what I was doing before, like being a cowboy. And cowboys that really got to me to where I wasn't a cowboy no more is because my uncle Jeff Harris had said that he ain't never seen any cowboy bones. But when you watch the Western shows, they actually had cowboys way back when. If you ever watched what's that one? That's an old time show. I was watching it the other day, but it was way back when they didn't have water or anything like that. I just watch all these old time movies and stuff, and old Western cowboy movies and all that other stuff, like Heartland and all that. I watch Heartland, and I like Heartland is the best show that there was. I can't say Heartland's a movie because it's a TV show. It falls on it's on Netflix, which I watch a lot of on either my computer or my PS5. So, and I play nothing but pretty much GTA and Call of Duty Black Ops. But the Call of Duty Black Ops play with sometimes with my uncle Jeff Harris. The game that I actually play a lot of is GTA 5. I can't get enough of it because I love that game so much. But I only play video games when I have the day off. I'm not like cooped up in a room like people can be because games can be addicting. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not cooped up in a room playing video games all day long. I'm always out doing something. But within the channel and within everything, it actually helps out a ton. But also right at, so-and-so, now you don't want to argue with a customer because that's unprofessional, but you also want to do the right thing that the customer wants you to do and stuff. The state of Ohio actually can, that's where I come in and say that the person that I actually watch on that lives in Ohio is Spencer's Lawn Care. I watch him a lot during the night and sometimes during the day when I'm getting ready for work. But he actually helps out a lot with he actually helped my business a little bit. Showed me where to start, where to go, in life. Hi, it's your cousin from Ohio. Hello, Calvin. Nice to see you. And within the Spencer's Lawn Care, let me see if I can look him up right quick. He's on YouTube, and what he looks like, because he does a lot of snow removal, and he does a lot out there in Ohio, but he also has this dealership that's out there in Ohio as well. Spencer's Lawn Care. So I had to type it up with my mouth because I don't know how to spell his name really. Now I'm going to tell you, he's got 206K subscribers and 2.8K videos. Okay, he actually helped me a lot. He actually shows a lot of his stuff. Now, if you guys want to look him up, that's his business name up here, Spencer's Lawn Care. And then he's just got all kinds of little different things. So, I mean, I follow a lot and stuff like that. But also, he helps. I got his number saved in my phone. I call him sometimes. He tells me, hey, this is what you want to quote. You also want to make sure you're being fair with your customer. He helps me out. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. But work has actually been slow. I do work here and there. I'm actually working this week, Monday through, let me see. I got my listings here on my desk. Monday through Friday is what I'm working this week. So it's a blessing to be working. Um, Work is actually slow as of right now, but it has been raining. And with that all being said, um, he does nothing but help me out. But with it being rainy and doing like a follow up, that actually helps a lot with way more than you know what I had. Now, business shirts and business hat making. That's outrageous, okay? It's very very expensive and it can be, yeah, shirts and hats that you want to make for your business. That's absolutely outrageous. It's expensive. Like I spent, I think, over I a family member sent me some money and I shirts, and I got about 4 shirts made with my logo, and I got a hat actually right here. This is what the logo looks like. The hat's actually got my phone number. I'm sorry that it looks dirty because it is dirty. I worked in it. That's the hat, and then the shirts I got. I can show you at least one of them. Um, it's got the same exact logo. I showed you this like 3 or 4 times, but if you're new to the channel, this is what the shirt looks like. It's front and back. Um, so it kind of matches the hat and everything. Some days I'll wear short sleeve. Some days I'll wear long sleeve over the short sleeve when I work. But the main thing is you want to be drinking lots of water because during the summer it can be brutally hot and then you're passing out, which won't be good. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but I have been there. And my other cousin that I worked for on his yard, he saved me because he got some water in me, and it helped. Then after that, I went back to work, and then he paid me with money and brought me home. So, and here I am. I'm alive. I can't say that I ain't grateful because I'm glad that I'm here. I thank the good Lord every day. Now, I got a mini fridge, which is back behind the computer. And then I got a clipboard that's got all my little work stuff on it, my business phone. Well, my personal phone is my business phone. I ain't got no business phone plugged in or anything. But my personal phone, that's got all of my work information, all of my clients and everything. And when I'm out running around on a bike, I message them, hey, you need your yard done? They'll text me back, yes, what day can you come? And then, or if they're not home, they'll text me saying, oh, there's a key underneath my front door mat for their gate. You can just, lock the gate, get in, mow, and then lock the gate back, put the key back where you got it. And I can say, hey, you're done. And boom, they'll pay me within the next week so that I'm there. So it's not a big deal if they don't pay me right there. And because I can always think that the next week they'll pay me. And right there. And then sometimes they'll be like, oh, we ain't got the money right now, but it'll probably be Friday or Saturday one where you get your money. But it's not a big deal if I don't get paid at all because really I like to think of it like this. I'm working for the Lord. The Lord is happy when I work for these people. So I can't say that I can't be grateful. I can't be not grateful for the clients that I don't have because I got plenty of them as of right now as I'm getting going. And there's at least one that I'm working for Tuesday, mowing, weed eating, and blowing, and if needed, edging. But I did that within the other week, and there's nothing really to edge. Now on roadsides, I'll sometimes put a bright vest on with reflectors. It's not like I'm working at night. Don't freak out. I work at the end of the day. As long as they can see the reflectors, I'll get a bucket, use my little picker uppers here, and I'll go and pick up trash off the roadsides to help the environment. So I can't say thank you enough, because when they actually help you out enough, that they'll help you and you'll help them. The neighbors, they can't get mad, because if they get mad at you for doing a yard that you messed up on, and I'm gonna tell you this. This is kind of funny, okay? I worked with a guy from church. Shout out goes to Brother Jeff Newmans. He goes to my church, Bethel Baptist Church, right up the road. I didn't go tonight, just because I wanted to do this towards the end of the week, and really they don't get out of church until 7 something. So, but I can go Wednesdays because it starts at 7, ends at 8 o'clock. So, and really Wednesdays is really a Bible study. But anyway, that's besides the point. The guy that I worked with at church, Brother Jeff Newmans, he does landscaping at here and there, and I worked with him and stuff like that. And there was a yard that we were doing, and very so happened the guy didn't have a fence. So they're like, we'd eat a shed. They didn't tell me what shed to go and weed eat. Okay, they didn't tell me what shed to work on or whatever. So this is pretty hilarious. They were like, go weed eat around the shed, and when you're done, come back, put your weed eater away. So the next thing you know, I'm going to weed eat around the shed, right? It very so happened it was the wrong shed that I weed eated around. Next thing you know, they're checking everything to make sure I did a good job, make sure the other people did a good job, And brother Jeff's is still mowing, so we're just hanging around the truck. And I'm talking to somebody, and next thing you know, they come back. Did you weed around the shed? I was like, yeah. They're like, well, there's still weeds around it. I said, well, I did weed eat around the shed, but I think it was on the neighbor's yard. Come to find out, it was actually the very last shed that was on the property that Jeff Newmans was mowing. So not only did I weed eat the wrong yard, I weed eated the wrong shed. Been there, done that. Okay, so don't feel bad if any of you did do a yard and then you do it like get mixed up and then I mean, so don't feel bad. Been there and done that. So it's you can do that, but then but you do there's times that you could be there, done that, and you just move on. Don't feel bad. Don't hesitate if you're trying to be like us and do yards, but you know moving dirt and stuff, that could be really easy. Laying mulch down, that's pretty easy. If I was to do a mulch job, I would probably charge by the bag. Uh, if it was just like one bag of mulch, or it was just a pile of mulch, not even in a bag, I would probably charge like 20 for the area or whatever. But it just depends on how big the yard is, where the mulch is going. But you also want to make sure you're being fair with your customers and stuff like that. But you also want to do what you're trying to do within that. Okay. And as of right now, we're thanks to my cousin, we're right at 82 subscribers. So thanks to that, and we're gonna go ahead and take a little 5-minute break here, and we'll be right back. I'm gonna keep this rolling, but I'm actually gonna put myself on mute, and we'll be right back right about right at 8 o'clock. And we're going to keep talking right at until 8:20 whenever I'm going to wind down. So we'll just go from there. And as of right now, it's thundering, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get some more rain, but we'll be back. Stay tuned. couple of minutes, it'll be 8 o'clock. So just stay tuned a little while longer. We're not done right until 8:20. And then we're going to be winding down here. I don't know where my buddy Chris Urich was. He normally watches as well. But those of you that actually tuned in, I'm glad that you guys watched. Those of you that might have questions, you guys can ask. I'm the comments right now in this chat. So we're on here until 8:20. So if anybody has questions, they can ask. I'll try my hardest to answer. They got to be easy and they got to be within like the business or out of the business, but don't ask personal questions because it's got to be appropriate. If that makes any sense. I'm going to go a little bit longer, and then we're going to go ahead and wind down and end it. All right. I'm looking for the work week. I'm looking forward to it. Well, with this rain, it's a blessing because before you know it, everything's going to start taking off, and my phone's going to be ringing off the hook, and that's what I'm looking forward to, because everybody will be calling for work, wanting their yard done, and then not to mention Easter's coming, so happy early Easter to everybody, because I'm pretty sure I won't be going live on Easter. So those of you that are egg coloring, I wish you guys luck. And if you guys don't celebrate Easter, that's fine too. Happy Easter anyway. In this pollen season, I'll be glad when it's over. But we're gonna go ahead and slow it down here. I'm gonna do my outro here. But thanks for tuning in, and Calvin, thanks for watching. Thank you for the 82 subscribers. I do appreciate. Much love goes to you. And those of you that actually watched, it's a blessing. God loves us. Jesus loves us. Let's all stay healthy, and don't forget to pray, y'all. Pray for me, of course, when lawn care season comes and the season. And let's hope that I got a good lawn care season coming. So, with that all being said, let's go ahead and do this outro here. Lawn Monsters, keep making money, keep growing, and keep mowing. Peace.